Hello everyone, in this video I will do a breakdown of all the raid mechanics for the Ghost Master boss in Heroes Realm. This boss is one of the easiest and it requires a minimum amount of cooperation between the party members, so it shouldn't be too difficult to complete. Most of its attacks are very straightforward and it's all pretty much just a DPS check. The special mechanic for this raid, which is the most important and most intricate one, is the Sedan mechanic. If you're wondering what a sedan is, I googled it for you, and it's basically an enclosed chair for conveying one person, carried between horizontal poles by two people. Moving forward, we are going to refer to the sedans in this fight as chairs. The chairs and the boss have some special connection and mechanics between them, so let's break them down. First of all, you will notice to the right of the boss HP bar, there is a spider lily flower icon. Next, you will notice that the chairs can be in two states. Either they are vulnerable and you can attack them when you can see their health bar, or they are invulnerable and they cannot be targeted when their health bar appears locked. Whenever you deal damage to a chair, this fills up the spider lily flower icon, which is a key mechanic. You will also notice that both the boss and the chairs can have a red shield around them. This shield always appears on the chairs and the boss whenever a chair becomes vulnerable, meaning when it can be damaged. This shield makes both the chair and the boss take heavily reduced damage, so attacking the boss while it has a shield is ineffective. You will also notice that the chair health bar has a red marker at about 80% health. When you deal enough damage to pass this marker, the chair will lose its protective shield and take more damage. When you fill up that spider lily icon next to the boss HP by damaging the chairs, the boss will trigger an attack called Phantom's Return, which is one of the crucial attacks that you must understand. This attack has potential to wipe out your party if you don't have enough DPS to deal with it, so be careful. The attack starts with the boss jumping in the air and teleporting to the chair with the highest health. After he teleports into the chair, the second part of the attack will start, called Lost Souls. This makes the chair become vulnerable again and you can damage it. Notice that it continues with the same health it had before the attack started, so keep this in mind. While this is happening, the boss releases waves of huge AoE damage every 3 seconds until the chair is destroyed. At this moment, every member of the party should prepare their highest DPS combos to ensure you destroy the chair as quickly as possible, and all healers should drop down all of their heals to ensure nobody dies. Another very useful tip is to ensure you have the Golden Body Mystic skill equipped, which gives you a shield and massively reduces the damage you take, so it helps you with surviving this attack easier. When the chair is destroyed, the boss will spawn next to it and it will no longer have the protective shield, meaning this is your moment to deal as much damage as possible until it gets the shield again. Every party member should use their best DPS combos at this moment. Whenever the boss becomes exhausted, after it recovers, it will summon another chair in a different corner of the arena, and it will keep doing this until there are 3 chairs in total. When there are 2 or 3 chairs, the idea is to attack them evenly, because when you fill up the spider lily icon and trigger the Phantom's Return attack, you want to make sure the boss jumps into a chair with as little health as possible. If you only focus one chair and ignore the others, when the attack triggers, the boss will jump to a chair with full health and it will also have a shield, so it will be much more difficult to destroy it and you will risk getting wiped. Now that we are done with the key mechanics, let's take each boss attack and see how to play the mechanics in the best way possible. One common attack it does is called Cleansing Evil. This is an orange attack that deals 3 slashes in front of the boss in a long range and it will target a tank. Simply dodge out of the way to avoid it. Next we have the Underworld Umbrella attack, which targets 3 random players with red circles. After they fill up, the boss will send umbrellas to attack the players. You can parry or dodge this, but ideally everyone should try to parry in order to deal some chi damage to the boss. Another attack, which is a 2-parter, is the Eternal Extinction. The boss will teleport to the middle of the arena and it will face towards a random chair. It will deal an orange attack with 3 slashes, just like the Cleansing Evil attack, towards the chair. After this attack is over, the boss will follow up with a red attack towards the chair, attempting to get inside it. All players must line up on the red zone of the attack and attempt to parry it right after you see the red sparkle VFX. If any one player manages to parry the boss, it will prevent the second part of the attack from happening. Failing to parry this attack will make the boss enter the chair and start the Clanking Shackles attack. The chair will get possessed by 2 ghosts and will teleport in the middle of the arena. During this attack, there will be 2 ghosts carrying the chair, one in front and one in the back. There are 2 attack variations during this mechanic and they will be done one after the other until the mechanic is over. First attack is when the chair jumps in the air, spawns a large red area below it, and after a short duration will collapse to the ground, dealing massive AoE damage. This can be parried or you can just get out of the attack zone. The other attack is when the chair is tilted slightly forward, and after a short delay it dashes a long distance forward, damaging everything in its path. Simply move out of the way when this happens. The Clanking Shackles attack will only stop when both ghosts are dead. Next we have the Dirge of 9 Springs red attack. The tank will get marked by a red arrow and a huge red zone will spawn around them. After the zone becomes full, the boss will jump to the player and will deal huge AoE damage. The targeted player must move away from the rest of the party, otherwise there is a high chance that some people will get one shot. This is a very dangerous attack. You can parry or dodge this, but ideally everyone in the area should try to parry it. Next we have Cloud Veil, which is an upgraded version of the Underworld Umbrella attack. All players will be targeted by small red zones, and when they become full, the boss will shoot umbrellas at all players. You can parry or dodge this, but ideally everyone should try to parry to deal a lot of chi damage to the boss. Lastly, we have the most dangerous mechanic of all, Into the Sedan. This attack requires heavy cooperation from your party members, and if you fail, you can easily get wiped. The boss will perform this attack whenever it comes out of exhaustion state, so be prepared. It starts by targeting between 1 to 3 players, depending on how many chairs there are in total. It grabs each targeted player one by one and throws them into one of the chairs until they are all full. Once a player is thrown into a chair, all they can do is spectate. The chairs will become interactable, meaning they can be picked up by 1 or 2 players and carried. During this mechanic, all chairs will get targeted by falling spider lily attacks that have a wide range and deal massive damage to the entire party if they hit the chair. The goal here is to pick up all the chairs and move them out of the orange attack zones before they get hit. If only one player picks up a chair, the movement speed will be slow, which makes it hard to avoid all the attacks. This is why you want to have 2 players pick up each chair, which allows you to move it much faster. You can move the chairs either forward, backwards, left or right, using your directional buttons. When 2 players are carrying the same chair, they have to coordinate and press the same directional button, otherwise the chair will not move. You have to pick the shortest route, which will get you out of the attack zone, so you have to react fast. While this attack is ongoing, the boss will continue to perform its normal attacks, targeting the remaining players on the field. Since there will be 1 incapacitated player for each chair, this means that when you have 1 chair there will be 1 missing player and 2 players doing the mechanic. When you have 2 chairs there will be 2 missing players and 4 players doing the mechanic, and when you have 3 chairs there will be 3 missing players and 6 players doing the mechanic, which leaves only 1 player to tank the boss. Ideally, if you have good DPS, you will not reach the point where the boss will trigger this attack while having 3 chairs on the field. And with this we have covered all the mechanics for this raid. To recap, just make sure you have enough DPS players in your team and that you have 2 players pick up a chair during the Into the Sedan mechanic. If your team has too many healers or too many tanks and not enough DPS roles, you will most likely fail the DPS check during the Lost Souls mechanic. As always, if you are struggling to clear this with players, you can do it with Smart Assist with 100% success rate. That would be it for this video, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.